This is Flushing Main Street in Queens. For some, this is the very last stop, and for others, this is just the beginning of what some people call the International Express, otherwise known as the 7 train. For almost 100 years, the 7 train has been the link between Manhattan to Queens, taking passengers on an elevated view through the most ethnically diverse and largest borough of New York City, Queens. Flushing, Queens, home to the largest and fastest growing Asian community in the city, is now the second largest Chinatown outside of Asia.
You know, you go back 20 years ago and this place was nothing. Now it's really all of Asia. Koreans have moved in, the Chinese, the Japanese, but all of the Main Street here has changed into really the Asian population quite heavily. This is probably bigger than the New York Chinatown if you really look at it.
According to a 2010 census from the New York City Department of City Planning, Flushing is over 69% Asian, and the borough of Queens has over 500,000 people of Asian descent. A few stops off the 7 train, we find ourselves in Jackson Heights, Queens. This is the most ethnically diverse square mile, and it really is the crossroads of the world. To the left, we have Little Bangladesh. To the right, we have Little India. And then we have large Latino, Irish, Turkish, and Thai communities all behind me.
I came from Bangladesh 2 years ago. I'm feeling very good because this is Bangladeshi community, many stories, Bangladeshi people here. That's why I like this place. I'm not homesick.
Yeah, well, I'm Luciana, I'm from Argentina, and I take the 7 train every day to work.
Since the 1980s, a part of Jackson Heights, Queens has been known as Little India. With over 650,000 Desis living in the area, the moment you get off the train, you feel like you've stepped into another country. And depending on which direction you walk, will determine what country you visit next. Last stop for me on the 7 train before heading back to Manhattan was for a quick Turkish snack in Sunnyside, where there is a growing community from Turkey. What's this called?
Börek.
Börek?
Yeah.
And this is called?
Gözleme.
Gözleme.
Cheese, meat, and spinach.
And
baklava.
Baklava.
Yes.
From the tip of Flushing, Queens, all the way down to Times Square in Manhattan, the 7 train took us on a world tour of the world city, New York City. I am Anna Berry for Ebra News.